Girls in the jewelry, the devil try and lure me. If you or me, Jesus walks with me. My pastor shaking his head, he ain't sure me, but surely. Then he asked, do you say your prayers at least 2 a week? I ain't talking to God, I know what I've been doing, G. Do you know how I'd be embarrassed? My prayers sound like Ben Stiller's on Meet the Parents. The good life. But only I could come up with some shit like this. Puff, puff, they say going crazy, and we seen this before. But I'm doing pretty good as far as geniuses go. And I'm doing pretty hood in my pink polo. Nigga, please, how you gonna say I ain't no low head?
It's because of what happened to your mom and dad that you're telling these lies? You told the worst kind of a lie there is, maybe. The lie of self-deception.
Sorry.
Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sail. Jackie kept a lookout perched on Puff's gigantic tail.
Hey!
Noble kings and princes would bow whenever they came.
I'ma touch the sky.
Pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff roared.
I'm going on an aeroplane.
The magic dragon, live by the sea.
The good life.
And frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu.
And now they're making Ghostbusters with only women. What's going on?
I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. My children aren't going hungry. I'll do it. I'll drink your blood. And I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors. You think I like sizing up? I'm gonna haul him up by chain. Chop his ass up, size it up. I'm gonna haul him up by chain. Chop, 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 chop. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I'll barbecue your ass flat. I will cook your ass up so fast, and I'll tell them, "Oh, I killed a cow out back, baby." You think Christ would eat somebody? He would never do that. I will. I'm ready to hang them up, gut them and skin them and chop them up. You know what? I'm ready. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass first. I swear to God, if it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna get my hands around your throat.
I've seen a back and forth turn pretty nasty, I'm gonna say.
You look like you've been crying.
You keep spinning things. You're the ones that are sitting around and trying to get a reaction out of me. And then when I stopped giving you reactions, you fabricated falsified stories, falsified emails, acted on my behalf, pretended to be me because they.
Well, the problem is it's more than about you and me, Liam, because you're striking a Lassie, you've struck Nasser.
Yes. And I will
Miller.
strike anyone who continues to steal my content. All you do is sit around and play.
All fun. Do you wanna have fun? I said, I want. You should start running Papa, little tyrant. You will find and you love to watch him tell lies all fun. So we'll be very mad and eat that. He will go as a heart. I said, oh man. Don't wait for this life when you know you're watching him cry. If you try to screaming with an EMCA, straight out your tunnel with an EMCA. Don't try to monetize, he will take copyright, and he'll do it just for the spike. It's like a screaming with an
being reported me to Nintendo because they don't understand the difference between my property and fucking Golden Sun. They're that retarded. Oh, you didn't know I knew about that, John?
What?
Oh, look at that in your face. Oh, Liam might know more than I'm the
Liam, I've never reported your campaign to
John,
anybody.
You're fucked, mate. You are fucked. I am going to bury you. I'm going to bury you and all of these parasites that have been trying to destroy my life for years and have been actively preying on the customer and creating outrage and manipulating.
Liam, this is psycho.
You
Stop it.
are a parasite.
His precious breathing with an EMCA. Take that the tunnel with an EMCA. Don't try to modernize. He will break copyright and include the farthest high. His precious breathing with an EMCA. Take that the tunnel with an EMCA. He will kill and record and bring you to core and you hope to swat by gold.
Fight me, John.
Fight you?
Set up in a ring, no gloves, and I'll take down the strike. There you go. And I will clear my name there, and that'll be the end of it.
Clear your name of what? You're the only one making accusations.
Yeah, right. But you guys need to go the fuck away and let me work. And John, you've got to fight me, or
I'm not gonna fight you,
down.
dude.
I know you're not, because you're a pussy and you're a coward. I
channel.
want the blood on my fucking hands of this fat loser. Thanks for your time.
Oh man, that was something good. Oh, I like that. All right, thank you, Liam. By the way, again.
It'll be soon, but not tonight, Eric July. I'm not quite ready. Though my nights are sleepless, I still dream, Eric July. I dream of that ass. I won and lost many things in my career. Championships, blood. I lost many things in my career. Championships, blood. I never, ever main evented at San Diego Comic-Con. This is my chance. My last chance, Eric July. In my way, there's a man. And that man has my gold. My ticket to the Eisner Awards. He may be the game. You may be the champion. You may be the best in the independent comics industry today, Eric July. I should know. But you are no Alan Moore. You are no Jack Kirby, and you never will be. 50 years I've been chasing this dream, Eric July. Dozens of fractures, hundreds of stitches. Countless nights I bled, Eric July. You may say, this is no dream. This is a nightmare. Maybe, Eric July. But it's your nightmare. And I'm gonna decide when you wake up.
Oh, well, what do you know? It's Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and it's I, your friend, Ethan Van Sciver, 30-year veteran of the comic book industry, world's most charming, disarming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man, great big Sopranos fan, trusted member of the media, and it's a beautiful stormy day out. It was kind of nice earlier. I was out there by the pool enjoying some sunshine. Kaylee came by and said, "God, you're red." I said, "What?" She said, "You are so sunburned." I don't feel like I'm sunburned at all. I feel like the sun was nourishing my flesh, my skin, my ample flesh. She said, "You look like a tomato." But I'm okay. I'm not sunburned at all. Beautiful day. And then it just started raining. It started pouring outside. So I thought, boy, it's a good time, I think, to start up a live stream and hang out with you guys. Here's Jose M. says, "Is that an old ACC cap?" Yeah, this is one of the ones that the first round of baseball caps. I just found it. It's like really small on my head. It's like a stealth cap. I like it though. I think I'm gonna wear it today. Let me see. Smash that like, says Darren Wagner. Good to see all of you. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. I hope you guys are having a lovely weekend. We got a lot to do today. A lot to look at. I'm sorry I haven't been here very often. I've been working really, really hard, shipping out tons of comics. Have any of you received Cyberfrog Wreck Planet? Anyone in the chat received Cyberfrog Wreck Planet this week? Let's hear from you. If you've received Cyberfrog Wreck Planet this week, boy, I'd love to hear from you guys. I got it, Uncle E. Human Sunbeam, over here. Look in my direction. I received Wreck Planet. Why, it would just justify all of the work, all of the shipping, all of the hard work, labeling, packing these boxes, and sending them out to you guys. Boy, it would make me feel so much better to know that No. Oh, no. Oh, here's one. I got Wreck Planet yesterday. All right, that's great. We got a long way to go, my friends. Long way to go. Dale A says, "I got it this week." A lot of people are saying, nope, nope, nope. I'm going to whip those two guys upstairs. Mikey and Brighton, you're getting a beating. When you come back to work on Monday, Matt Cisco says, "Waiting on 2 honeycomb boxes." Oh, cool. Yeah, we're shipping those out. Here's Donald DeLay says, "I got it, Uncle E." Donald, what did you think? I hope that you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. No, haven't gotten it. Well, you know what? When I look at the Wreck Planet campaign and I see that we have now broken 5,000, we're now like, I think at 5,070 books still to ship. We're way past halfway there. Way past halfway. I realize a lot of people still have not received it, and we got a lot of work to do. Here's Alfred Ortiz says, "Almost everyone is still waiting." Well, I mean, I guess like a little less than half. The Woden Shot says, "John Malin is our champion now." Well, I mean, you got John Malin out there moralizing, really waving the banner for censorship and chastity. I can see why he would be perceived as a champion to many, definitely. All right, let me see here. Mikey slacking as usual. Here's Wandering COMICSGATE King, Marduk Knight. Let's go. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you here. Thank you for 2 euros. I appreciate it. Rick Johnson says, "EVS, did you get the thumb drive of the SW discs I sent?" No, I have not received them yet. But to be fair, I have not gone to the post office either. I haven't. I've been very busy. I'm working on getting Rainbow the Brute done. I feel like silencing some people and making... EVS is lying again. EVS, the boss, doesn't do manual labor. He just orders people around. Listen, I do some manual labor, and the worst of it is I'll be down here drawing, and Mikey will come down the stairs, and he'll go, "We need you for a signing, Ethan." He calls me Ethan, which is weird because he's like Hunter's age. Call me Mr. Van Sciver. Nah, it's all right. Call me Ethan, I guess. And "We need you for a signing." And I'll go upstairs, and all over the dining room table is laid out tons and tons of Wreck Planet books. And he gives me a marker, and he says, "There you go." I got to sign all these books. It's a fucking nightmare. It's really, I don't know if I'm going to do signings anymore. The Helpless Johnny's has got my first shipment working on the big boy. Oh, good. I'm glad you got something out there. Yeah, we're more than halfway done at this point, which is very exciting. Nubanitis says, Wreck Planet is amazing. When are first and electric blue toys shipping? Got a spot on my Cyberfrog shelf needing to be filled. We are going to, we're going to go back to shipping some Cyberfrog toys this coming week. We're trying to figure out how to do that. I think we're going to have more people in. Talk to Andrea about it. You know, currently we have 4 employees. Got like a fuzzy on my hat. Is this a fuzzy? It's annoying me. We have 4 employees. I would like to get like 10 at this point. We would get everything done quicker if we had 10 people packing boxes and shipping out. Not permanent employees. I see Mikey is permanent. Brighton could be permanent. But Mikey's permanent. Everybody else would just be temporary. If we could just get 10 people in, I think we could get it all done pretty quickly. That'd be kind of nice. Zachary says, hey, E, one of the secret hoodies and COMICSGATE t-shirts coming in. Oh, coming in pretty soon. So this is another thing that, this is one thing that I've got to do today. There's so much. There's so much everywhere that needs to be done. One of the things that we got to do today, and this is important, is we got to close out the 2023 All Caps Comics and CG Apparel campaign. Why? All the hats are already in. The t-shirt quantities are ordered. Everything is ordered. All the shirt quantities are ordered. Currently, we are working on the mail-in cut, putting that together. And we're going to send that to print so that can ship in September. All of this stuff is ordered. So I got to close down the campaign. Now, I double ordered the orders. So it's like if somebody bought 5 of this baseball cap, I ordered 10 of this baseball cap. I've got 5 of them in stock. So that we'll be able to sell them on our eBay store. But we are going to inflate the price on our eBay store. This today is going to be the last chance to order a hat and to order the t-shirts through this campaign. If you order a hat on this t-shirt, we'll ship it out right away. We've got all the hats and beanies in stock. If you order a t-shirt, you can, I've settled the quantities on those already, but I'm sure we have one of the t-shirts that you want in your size. So I hope so. I don't know, man. Usually I underestimate how many 3XLs I need. But the 2023 All Caps Comics and CG Apparel campaign is coming down tonight. I am going to take it down. So this is last chance, last call to get a baseball cap, to get a t-shirt, to get one of the hoodies, which is only available, one of the secret hoodies, camo hoodies, which is only available through channel membership. So if you haven't reserved yours yet, please make sure that you do. Those especially are going to be in super limited quantities. And you don't want to miss out on that. That hoodie is beautiful, and it's going to look great with the secret camo cap that people got for being Subscribe-Star subscribers as well. All right, so woke up this morning. Here's Zachary says, hey, okay, I read this one. Hold on, let me catch up with everybody here. Got a lot of questions here. Casey says, I got my books, and they're excellent. You did a really swell job. You're all right. I don't care what everyone else says about you. Thanks. The abuse I take. Here's Brad Frederick. Wow, thanks for $10. He says, Wreck Planet was excellent. Thanks, Brad. That means a lot coming from you. I appreciate that. Yeah, the book is, I think the book is good. I was saying that all throughout making it. I think it's a good book. Like, I didn't rush it, obviously. Didn't rush it at all. There's a lot of thought and care put into it and a lot of planning for the future. I think if you read the book, some of the nice things that people are saying is that the characters within the book are three-dimensional. They're all on their own journeys. You know what their motivations are. They all have distinct personalities. None of them are me, by the way. I don't write myself into any of these. I guess the closest to a sort of, I guess if I were like in the book at all, I guess there are aspects of me in all the characters. You know, there's Cyberfrog. Cyberfrog would mostly be kind of like me, but not really. I see myself as Colin a little bit more. Just a guy who's decided he's leader of something and is making stupid mistakes. Like, you know, I could see myself in all the characters. They're all really. I think you will too, if you're honest with yourself. Here's Epic252. Any updates on the next batch of YouTube channel member Subscribe-Star cards? I got them. I just got to send them to print. I'm sorry. I really got overwhelmed. We are kicking ass again. Ava's going back to school. Okay, summertime is over. Ava's going to go back to school. We're going to be able to do a lot more work. We will be hiring more people. We are going to be producing more stuff and shipping more stuff quicker. Darth Diddlins. Because, I mean, that's the whole thing. I was like, Andrea, we can have a huge Christmas if we ship all this stuff out. If we get Wreck Planet finished, if we ship all the action figures out to backers and get all the Wreck Planet books out, we will be selling Wreck Planet and action figures and ball caps and beanies and t-shirts in time for Christmas. But it could be a great year. It could be a great year for business if we do that. So we just have to push. We have to get all these campaigns fulfilled, close them all down. We're going to close down Cyberfrog Dark Harvest 2. I'm going to close that out soon. We're going to close out Snowman tomorrow. There are going to be 2 24-hour variant covers to close out Snowman. That's going to print. I'm closing all this shit down. All of these campaigns are getting closed down. They're getting fulfilled. We're fulfilling all of these campaigns. And Cyberfrog 3 and Rainbow the Brute. I'm going to show these mother effers. I'm going to show them. Oh, what does it say? Can't wait for my books. The jealousy of those who already have got theirs is real. I hope you enjoy it. Let me see. Don't rush Rainbow the Brute, please. I think that if I said that I was rushing Rainbow the Brute, people would think that was a joke. Rainbow the Brute is not being rushed. It's a different type of book, but it's also a similarly thoughtful book. And by the way, I told Andrea, this is the other thing that we were talking about. I was like, do you want to make an action figure before we do Salamandroid? And she's like, I don't know. We could do Rainbow the Brute. You want to do a Rainbow the Brute action figure? We could do it. We could put Rainbow the Brute into production. We could do a very funny Rainbow the Brute action figure with tons of hilarious accessories. We could do it. We don't have to overdo everything. We did 4 action figures on one single campaign. Now, I don't want to get into Salamandroid. He's the next guy. I'm going to wait until January of 2025 to launch Salamandroid, to even try to fund a Salamandroid to scale. Posable action figure, fully articulated with glowing eyes and everything. The Salamandroid toy of my dreams. Like, that's, I'm gonna wait. I gotta have the energy to do that. And right now I gotta clear my dockets. But what if we get a Rainbow the Brute action figure together? What if we do that? Because I've already got a sculpt. It's not quite the way I want it to be. It's too realistic. I want a more cartoony sculpt of Rainbow the Brute. I want to plan the accessories to be funny. And why don't we just try to raise 200 grand and make one single action figure? We could completely do that. I know we could raise $200,000 for a single action figure, and we could put one single action figure into that way we're still making action figures. We've got another action figure coming out, all caps, comics, and toys, still making action figures, and then we get ready to do Salamandroid. And I think that would be cool as hell. All right, hold on a second. You guys, here's a Fist Butter. Just got the Kurt Cobain variant of Reservoir Frog on eBay. That's a hard one to get. How much did you pay for it? Thank you for $2. I appreciate that. That's a very rare book because the variants were 1 in 10. They weren't 50-50. You had to buy 10 copies of Cyberfrog to get one variant, right? And who was doing that? By the time Reservoir Frog came out, who was buying 10 copies of it? What kind of retailer maniac was buying 10 copies of that book? It wasn't selling very well. Ethan sees himself as Cyberfrog in the lawn chair being grouchy. Yeah, I do. Does Cyberfrog scream like a real frog when they hit him? No. He snores. He ribbits in his sleep, though. He does do that, but he has a voice like a human, you know. How's it been dealing with Binky Barnes and Buster Baxter and their fanboys? Says Jose M. Who's Binky Barnes? By Buster Baxter, I guess you mean what's his face? Dick Masterson. Yeah. Listen, that's a whole thing that's going on between them. I'm staying out of it. It's obviously a Dick Masterson is going in pretty hard on Eric July, who's just trying to make his comic. It's pretty silly. I wish they'd stop it. What are you going to do? Here's Brian Brown. Why are they punished Joshua Lim? Brian Brown, did you get your comics? I hope that you did. Here we have J Bomba Fan says, close out. Tomorrow is a launch, dummy. So, who's launching tomorrow? What difference does it make? J Bomba Fan, what difference does it make if I close something out and tomorrow's launch? It doesn't make any difference. Oh my God. All right, hold on a second here. Catching up with you guys. Snowman closed out. Same day as Accent launch. Poor SD. Oh, that's Shane Davis, says Timothy Fitzgerald. Oh, I see what you mean. I was talking about the 2023. Shit. Shane's launching tomorrow. All right, we're gonna delay the Snowman closeout. No problem. We're going to launch Extend, and we're gonna delay the Snowman closeout. No problem. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. I don't want to interfere with Shane Davis. Jesus Villasenor. Is that right? EVS, who designs and sculpts your awesome Cyberfrog figures? Well, that's a good question. Here's the thing. We have many, many, many talented people in the audience who are working for mainstream companies. They're working for all the toy companies. They're working for the statue companies, Sideshow, et cetera, Hasbro. And, you know, they're quietly watching that. You know, listen, when it comes to COMICSGATE and what we stand for and the cool stuff about being an indie creator and doing it your own way, a lot of people watch this stuff and they're sympathetic about it and they really, they're into it. They like this. But the problem is that obviously if you speak up, the reason why we exist is because when you speak up and say, I agree, like this, what's going on in comics and the mainstream establishment sucks. It's awful. You get in trouble. SJWs will get you removed. They'll call you a racist and a bigot and all the things that they do. And so a lot of people are quiet. And people will reach out to me and say, I want to help you. And those people, those great sculptors, creators, animators, etc., I'll put them to work and I'll keep their identities secret, you know, because nobody needs to know their identities. All they need to see is their work. It's not like the action figure, not like action figures these days say sculpted by, you know, Clay Moore, like the statues used to, you know. So their identities are kept secret and they're protected. But listen, anybody out there who I pay very well. Anybody out there who is interested in participating and maybe making an action figure, talking to me about it, you have a sculpt, a halfway done sculpt you want to show me, see if I want to buy it, I'm here. That's because I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm mystified by people who are able to make these wonderful 3D sculptures and models that I turn into action figures. If you can make my work come to life in 3 dimensions, I'm a guy with a you know, who will give you a paycheck for that, and I'll keep your secret. So thank you, as I just did, you know, with this guy. Zachary says, Ethan doesn't care about Shane's launch. Yeah, I do. I'm sorry about that. I forgot about Shane's. I got a bunch of stuff going on. I think Narwhal's closing out, too. Narwhal's closing out on Tuesday. We got a lot of people. It's like pushing 10. I mean, we just got fucking aircraft directory here, you know, like letting all these 727s land, you know, virtually on top of each other. I do care. I don't want to get anybody... I'll hold off on Snowman, but we've got 2 beautiful new variant covers for Snowman, 24-hour variants. Quantities on Snowman are still pretty low. It's going to be a collectible book. As you guys know, the book looks fantastic. It really does. If you haven't backed Snowman yet, oh my God, don't miss this one, because Matt is the kind of guy, if you don't back the book, I don't know where you're going to get the book, because I can't sell it. It doesn't belong to me. It's Matt's. So all of the quantity of books that I'm going to print are his, and I guess he's going to sell them to conventions. Literally, if you don't back Snowman A Cold Day in Hell, you're not going to get it, and you're going to feel really, really upset. Go back it. It's $25. There's another book called Early Frost, which is a reprint of the first issue in color. And the you know, we're talking about doing another one. We'll see how that goes. But seriously, back that comic, and you'll be glad that you did. We are sending it to print. I think we're going to ship it out fairly soon, maybe September, maybe October. October would be great because it's Halloween. Do you have a goal for when the last batches of Wreck Planet will be shipping? So it's installation 7. I want the first campaign finished by the end of August. Okay? And then the second chance campaign isn't so bad. I think we've only got about 1,200 packages to ship on the second chance campaign. That'll take about 2 weeks. The first Wreck Planet campaign is the biggest campaign we've ever had to deal with, and it's the most complicated campaign because every single package is unique. Every single package, we had these add-ons, so it's like, okay, we have to break the campaign down into sections and just say, today we're going to be making 370 boxes that are exactly like this. And we have to make those boxes, make sure that all the inserts, everything goes in there. We print out the labels. Those guys take those boxes, not just like Gemini mailers, which are easy, but boxes over to UPS, come back and do more. This is a big, big, big project. I could use 8 more people at this point to help. 8 more people. Don't say you're coming over my house. We'll find some of Hunter's friends from high school to do it. Don't worry. But my God, dude, it is a lot of work. This first Wreck Planet campaign will be finished by the beginning of September. That's what I'd like to see. End of August, beginning of September, and then 2 weeks for the second chance campaign. And then we're only concentrating on the action figures. The goal is to be completely fulfilled with everything that's fulfillable. Wreck Planet and the action figures, both action figure campaigns, in time by the end of Halloween. Like the Halloween season, so that we can put them up for sale on our eBay store for Christmas. For Christmas. That's the plan. So we're working pretty hard around here. Maybe that's, let me see here. Yurashimataru says, I still want their rainbow fruit ball cap. Yeah, that is very gay. Very gay. Dr. Metalblood says, I want a Spite action figure. Yeah, I'd like to do all of this stuff. What happened with Heather, Antonio, and IDW? A lot of stuff, dude. It is, IDW is in real trouble right now. And it's creepy what's going on with them. We're going to talk about it. I got, the way that we're going to talk about it is, okay, so I woke up this morning and I saw that your boy Zack stealth launched a Jawbreakers campaign. I was not expecting it, even though I knew about this book. He told me about this book a long time ago. And I thought it was his best idea ever for Jawbreakers. Zack and I don't talk. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's up to. But despite it all, I still promote him. I want him to succeed. I want him to do well. So we're gonna look at his campaign. I'm gonna let you see the Jawbreakers campaign, and we're also gonna look at a few of his videos. I haven't watched any of his videos in 2 months. I've been too busy, so I don't know where his head is. I don't know what he's thinking about. I still consider Zack to be a lunatic, but a thought leader when it comes to COMICSGATE. Lately, I'm not sure that I agree with the direction that his policies, if he were a politician, his policies are going. I'm not sure I agree. I'm still interested, though. I want to know what he's thinking about. So we're going to look at a couple of his videos and enjoy them. Let me see. Here's H is for Heretic. Cyberfrog Star Trek crossover. Money printing machine. I'm sure Heather Thanos is very interested. I couldn't be less interested in that. What would I like to do? If I were going to do a Cyberfrog Green Lantern, I would do. Obviously, like, that would work. Those two characters would work. And Cyberfrog Turtles are the two properties that I would like to cross over with. What else? Iron Man might work. Cyberfrog, alien stuff. It's all alien stuff. Here's Wandering CG King, Marduk Knight, Brute Fig, Brute Fig, Brute Fig, Brute. Yeah, I'd like to do it. Hey, Matt 6 Bar, I don't know what you're doing, dude, but like, do you want a job? I gotta find somebody. I need a really, really good artist to work for a rather famous influencer who, hold on a second, was a keychain supposed to come with Wreck Planet? Yes. Did you get one, Hidden Hand Media? You received one? Everybody should have received a keychain. Those were free bonuses. Still no Wreck Planet. What a surprise, says Dominic V. What a surprise. Here's Brian Brown, who says, going to open them today. Was busy with work the last 2 days. Want to let that smell die down from whatever you put in there for me. Oh, Brian got like a bunch of packages. I actually I ordered them to be put together like well, during a live stream. I wanted to see that he got them, so I'm glad that he did. Dominic V says, back a book that's incredibly late. No updates and no transparency. Well, Dominic, I'm here. I know the book is later than I thought that it would be. There are reasons for that. And I think that if you read the book, you're going to see that it was worth your investment. When I ask you guys to back a crowdfunding campaign, what I'm asking you to do is make it possible. Invest however much money you're able to invest. Make it possible for me to do this. It's not an order. You're not like, here's my $25, ship me my book. I mean, that's one way to do things, but it's not crowdfunding. When you're crowdfunding, I'm saying I have an idea. I want to do a Rainbow the Brood action figure. I don't have any money to do it. I can't make a Rainbow the Brood action figure. You know, that's not in the business plan right now to do that. Okay. So if I want to do it, I got to ask you guys to invest $25, $30, $40, whatever I'm going to charge for a Rainbow the Brood action figure, whatever it's worth to back. I'm going to take all that money and I'm going to make the action figure. It doesn't exist. The comic books don't exist until the crowdfunding campaign is over, and then we begin making the comic books. So I know it feels late. It's frustrating. Crowdfunding can be frustrating when you're feeling as though, you're ordering a product and you want the product now. It takes a while to make. Cyberfrog Wreck Planet was, I've said it before, it doesn't matter. It tore my heart out to make that book. It's really the best thing I've ever done. It's much bigger. The project is much bigger than it was going to be when we announced the campaign. And people who are getting their boxes of Wreck Planet can't believe that they're getting all of this extra stuff, all of the bonus comics, the action figure that comes with it, the trading cards, the keychain, the stickers. All of this extra stuff that happened because the campaign was a success, but it didn't exist already. We had to make it. I took your money. I took your $25 and I parsed it out to be able to make one beautiful 73-page chromium comic book with elite art and writing. It really is good. I hired E.J. Morgis and Kanan White each to do short stories about Cyberfrog that I wrote that expand upon the mythos, called Heartsick Horror. I hired Kyle Ritter to color all of the black and white Salamandroid pages from the 1990s and make something called Salamandroid Color Zine. I made polyvinyl keychains. I made polyvinyl action figures, statues, for free. I hired designers to do that, to put those together. It wasn't easy to create the packaging and so on and so forth. And that's what I did with your money. I made these beautiful foil trading cards. You got 6 of those. Actually, 3 foil ones and 3 regular ones. Some stickers. All in all, pretty good deal for your $25. But it took a lot of work. And I thank you for making it possible by investing your money in a project like this. I'd like you to do it again. I'd like you to back Cyberfrog 3. I'd like you to give me another chance to make another great comic book. And I'd like you to understand what it is that I'm doing, what I'm up to. I'm here all the time. I'm here on live streams to show you. And I think that you'll find that when you invest in All Caps Comics, even though oftentimes it's later than we hope it's going to be, than we project it's going to be, than we guess it's going to be, the end result's amazing. Now, Heather Swain came in. These are the Heather Swain action figures. Actually, I'll show you. I took one of each out of this box. This is the common one. There are the most of these. Okay, this is the black shirt Heather Swain, the chicken fry Heather Swain. This is the rare variant right here, the white All Caps Comics t-shirt. I think there's like half as many of these as there are of those. And then this is what each crate that got sent over There are 4 of these in each crate here. Heather Swain action figure Vespis camo variant, quantity 6 in each mini crate. So there are 4 in each large crate of these. And I haven't even opened one of these yet to test it. But here is the Vespis camo Heather Swain that is available right now on the Electric Blue Cyberfrog action figure campaign. Beautiful. This is what you guys made possible. This wouldn't exist without you guys. You guys made it happen. I said, I want to make toys. And you guys said, okay. So that's why this exists. I'm going to open her. I'm going to open one of these. We'll see. We'll see how it does. All right. Here's her little placard here. She's got a plastic piece in front of her here to sort of keep her, rather than tie her down. All right. She comes out. Beautiful. Look at this. I get this to focus. Yeah. Nice job. She's got Cyberfrog on her belt buckle. I don't know if you can see that. Little Cyberfrog head. She's got a knife on her hip. And she's got nicely detailed Chuck Taylors here. Awesome. Fantastic. She comes with the some of my critics were just like, you always talk about how women should smile and Brie Larson is so dour. How come Heather Swain is like miserable? Pop her head off there. And we put the, let's see, how do I get this on? There we go. It cracks on there. Smiley Heather Swain head. Wait for it to focus. There we go. Smiley Heather Swain. And then we've got her war ponytail. Oops. Oh, good. Landed in my lap. War ponytail head. Cracks right on there. And there we go. She does have a waist swivel this time. That's good. One of the things that I didn't like about the Cyberfrog toy, one of my own criticisms that I wish I could have fixed, I wish I could have done somehow, is the waist swivel. But we did get it right here with Heather. She does have triple or double jointed knees. She's a little bit stiff right now. But she does have double jointed knees here. And plenty of articulation. Very, very cool. Lots of weapons here as well. To choose from, all blunt objects. And then 2 other swap out sets of hands. So we've got Heather Swain in the house, ready to go. And you guys can get her by going to the Electric Blue action figure campaign and ordering yours now. They're going to go out next month. And be a good time to do that. All right, let me catch up with you guys a little bit here. Yeah, so thank you guys. Way better than the new April O'Neil, says Mr. P. Well, that's for sure. That's for damn sure. Let me see super chats here. Let's see. Are you still publishing Snowman? Yes, we are. We're publishing Snowman. I just have to find the right time to close it out. It's finished. It's ready to go. Matt Martin would like an extra big burst of cash. So he did these 2 24-hour variants. And I'm like, I got to figure out when to do that for you, pal. I got to do a 24-hour variant closeout for him. Close out the campaign. Order the final numbers. I have rough numbers already put together for Snowman. But if we do like a 24-hour last variant campaign, that's going to put a big pile of money in his lap. That's what we want to do. So that's the plan. Let me see. TC West streamed today. They diss you at 58 minutes. I hate them, says Ladies Man 727. Send me the link. I want to see it. Christine Venner says, Zack distanced himself from CG. Now he's on the other side, apparently. Well, let's find out. Let's see what he has to say. Zack is the definition of stop giving money to the people who hate you. Give it to EVS instead, says Jose M. I don't think Zack hates you guys. D'Anio says, how are the extras with Rainbow the Brew, Cool Story Bro, My Girthy Stallion, and the Lunchbox coming along? So we're making a Lunchbox and we are making a thermos. And Rainbow the Brute is going to be, Rainbow the Brute is a chromium cover. Cool Story Bro is a hardcover. My Girthy Stallion isn't anything yet. It's just a regular book. But yeah, we have some scratch and sift stickers. We have scented unicorn head erasers. All this stuff. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very girly, but in a funny way. Is that thing being shipped to those who ordered it separately? Says FKA322. Yeah, I think those all went out yesterday. In the first campaign. I think we shipped 270 of those out yesterday. Charles Wright says, became a member. Thank you, Charles. Yurash Mataru says, no update seems to mean put an update up on Indiegogo. Okay. David L. says, you should put the Vespis figures on sale if you buy a Heather at regular price. I really want the black shirt and the white shirt Heather to make up for your tardiness. So what do you think? I put the discount Vespis figure up for people who buy Heather? I don't know about that. Final Boss is a new member. Here's the thing. The Heather Swains are in... we don't have too many of those. They're selling through really quickly. Big Bad Toy Store sold out of the ones that they ordered from us. And like pre-orders. You know, they don't have them yet. They don't have them in stock. They're not going to have them until you guys have them. But they are reordering. Like, the Heather Swains are going to be sold out. And I didn't know the Big Bad Toy Store was a Big Bad Toy Store, but they are. They're selling through our Cyberfrog toys like you wouldn't believe. They sold out of Vespis Foragers. They sold out of Electric Blue Cyberfrogs. And these are figures they didn't even pay for yet. I'm like excited. I'm like, this is great. We're going to get some money. You know, listen, I don't know if I need to put them on sale. I think they're going to sell through at the regular price, and I hope that you will go ahead and reserve some. Charles Wright, just found a Common Grounds graphic novel from Image, and I saw you did a short story in it. Any cool story behind it? I'd never heard of it. There was a guy named Troy His name was Troy. And Troy H. Can't remember what his last name was. Hickory or something like that. He was a writer. He had a book called Common Grounds. I knew him from the AOL chat days, and he offered me a chance to redraw one of his stories for Top Cow. I said yes. It was fun. Christopher Gorey says, YouTube may have ate my other super chat, but great stream so far. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure says, hey, Ethan, the next time you dye your beard, you should dye your mustache blonde and the rest of your beard black. Okay, all right. Criticism left and right. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at some of these videos here. Any more questions from you guys? Troy Hickman. Thank you. Troy Hickman was his name. Yeah, he was a good guy, and I think he's one of us. I think he's a conservative. It was Hitler. Troy Hitler, you believe? Maybe it was Hitler. Yeah, he was a good guy. I don't know what he's doing now. Academy 2 says, I didn't know Big Bad Toy Store was carrying your frog toys. That is amazing. I'm glad they're selling so well. Yeah, like, I looked today, and it's like, half of them were sold out a couple days ago, and it looks like they're going to place a reorder, and then the reorder, one of the figures on reorder sold out again. Let me double check and see what that one is. But it is, it's good. I mean, look, it's very significant. People like the way the toys look, and I think they're going to investigate the Cyberfrog comic because of that, maybe. Here we go. So they've restocked on all this stuff. So they sold out of Vespis Camo Heather Swain again. So the Heather Swain that I just opened, I shouldn't have opened because we're going to run out of those. Sold out. So listen, you can get one here if you, well, you can't get one here anymore, but you can definitely go over here and get a red Heather Swain, the Electric Blue Cyberfrog variant action figure campaign. Get them from the source. Get them right from us. And listen, we'll ship them out to you, I think next month. Let's get Wreck Planet finished, and then we will totally and completely focus on Cyberfrog figures. Unless I can hire like 8 more people. Which, boy, I would like to do. It would just drive Andrea crazy to have people in and out of the house all the time. Let me think about it. Sell the open one, says Soap Maker. Yeah, there you go. There's an idea. Yeah, so anyway, red camo, Heather Swain, of course. I knew she was going to be popular. She's really, really cool. She's, just the red. Heather Swain in all red. Looks great. Electric Blue Cyberfrog, also a big seller. Did very, very well. They sold through him before, and it looks like they want to reorder more of him. But yeah, she's very, very popular. So thanks. All right, so listen, I saw this the other day. This was interesting to me. Tom Brevoort on Chuck Dixon on Fox News. So Chuck Dixon was on Fox News. I didn't know that, but I did know that there was an article. I saw I don't know if they actually did an interview with him on the air. Yesterday, Bleeding Cool's report on Fox News report on Chuck Dixon's podcast blew up and got picked up all over the place. No hat tips. We saw a response from Tom Brevoort. All right, now hold on a second. Where's the original? Oh, blames Marvel. Here we go. Let me see this one right here. Fox News has reported on, of all things, Chuck Dixon's podcast. Why? Chuck Dixon's news, isn't he? In which the comic book writer has claimed that Marvel feels uneasy about the Punisher, the Puisher, because of his working class origins. Blah, 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 blah. All right, let me see. Where is is this the article? That's not what he said. Here it is. Former Punisher writer claims Marvel is embarrassed by character who is loved by cops and military. Fucking A, of course. Comic book writing veteran Chuck Dixon called out Marvel for undermining and minimizing. Why don't we just read a Fox News article instead of a fucking Bleeding Cool article? The armed vigilante known as the Punisher. According to Dixon, the company is embarrassed by the working class hero and his appeal within military and police ranks. Punisher was a gun-wielding anti-hero created by Marvel in 1974. He's described on Marvel's website as a family man turned crime-fighting vigilante. Frank Castle embodies the persona of the Punisher to avenge a personal tragedy and ensure all criminals receive the justice they deserve. Yes. It's a really popular thing in the 1970s. This whole thing about vigilantism, taking the law into your own hands. It's a nice fantasy. People like it. Dixon, who has been in the comic book industry for decades, particularly in writing comics about the Punisher, has criticized how Marvel has handled the character in recent years. On a recent episode of his podcast, he shared theories to a fan about why Marvel may have grown to dislike one of their most popular characters. Dixon first claimed that Marvel feels uneasy about this character because of his working class origins. I never thought of anything like that. Working class origins. They don't like him for the same reason that DC doesn't like Guy Gardner, and fans like the Punisher for the same reason they like Guy Gardner, noting that there's very few superheroes that have blue-collar origins and are average guys driven to extremes. He added that people's response to these characters, because of those origins and because of they have blue-collar origins when they're written correctly, they say stuff and do stuff that other comic book characters won't. They don't have the same mores, the same code, he said. Dixon insisted the main reason they wanted to get rid of the Punisher is because they hated the Punisher, and they hate you for liking it. It's that simple. I completely agree with that. That's exactly right. Well, you know what it is? They're afraid of blue collar military police. They consider those people to be Republicans, likely conservatives, and they consider conservatives to be fascist. So the idea that conservatives might admire a character who takes up arms against crime, who takes vigilantism, takes the law into his own hands, obviously that's terrifying to people who are currently trying to subvert Americanism and subvert democracy in their own ways, all while pretending that they're protecting democracy. They're terrified of police, admiring somebody like the Punisher. They pretend to be because they hate the police. They think the police are criminals, fascists. So, people who hate the Punisher, or people that love the Punisher, they hate you. It's as simple as that. Because they see you as a fascist. He compared the Punisher to how many Americans embraced working-class World War II veteran Archie Bunker, classic sitcom All in the Family. I don't know about that. Dixon noted that while the head of the Bunker household was created to be the butt of the jokes and portrayed as a politically incorrect father, oh, I see where he's going, complaining about America's decline and believing in unfortunate stereotypes, he ultimately became a fan favorite of people across the country because, unlike bigoted Hollywood caricatures of Southerners, the blue-collar New Yorker seemed like a real person people related to, and also they agreed with him. That was the messed up part. They tried to make Archie Bunker like a caricature of conservatives that was laughable, and it's like people laughed at him because he spoke his mind, and they also kind of agreed with him. A lot of people watch All in the Family and go, yeah, but where's the lie, though? When Archie talks, yeah, but where's the lie? I'm certain that writers were horrified that the American television audience took to this guy, he noted, even as they continued making a profit off of his popularity. By contrast, he suggested that as Marvel in recent years has been far more willing to ditch large portions of its audience, claimed that when new people took over at Marvel and they were just really, really embarrassed about everything about the Punisher, particularly his audience, they didn't like the Punisher. They didn't like the people who liked the Punisher. That's a new thing. That's a brand new phenomenon. They changed, like the audience didn't change. The audience has always been this way. Marvel has always served the audience. Marvel changed. Chuck Dixon didn't change. Marvel changed. The last straw, however, he claimed, was when our military and our police began using the Punisher skull symbol on uniforms, noting it had been famously seen on the sides of armored personnel carriers and Bradley fighting machines in Iraq, to the point that many ended up seeing the Punisher skull logo on an armored vehicle or police uniform long before they knew it came from a Marvel Comics character. He suggested the thought process of Marvel leadership: we're going to take the Punisher, we're going to mangle him, we're going to destroy him, we're going to do what no other entertainment company has ever done. We're going to purposely take one of our intellectual properties and tear it to the ground. They were actually talking about that. I mean, they were literally like, you could see them on Twitter. These same comic book pros, my peers, line them up against the wall. Thank you, Stan Lee, for that. My peers were talking about how much they hated Punisher's fans and how much they hated his popularity and how something needed to be done. Why? Because people were having too much fun with the Punisher. People that Marvel Comics SJWs hate. Blue collar, cops, military. We're having too much fun with one of their characters, and we can't have that. We can't have that, can we? The website Bounding Into Comics observed that Dixon has spoken about this phenomenon in February 2022, claiming Marvel are embarrassed to be associated with people who probably don't share their worldview. And that's really as simple as it gets. He later added that Marvel has indeed succeeded in driving away many of their former customers, suggesting that have left comics or gone looking for an alternative to what Marvel is offering. Okay, little garbage tier there at the end, but that's okay. So obviously this is all true. Oh, Megadeth is coming to the Hard Rock Hotel Casino. Megadeth is. Peace sells, but who's buying? Peace sells, but who's buying? Maybe I'll go see Megadeth. Take Andrew to that concert. Hold on a second here. Yeah. So now you've got Tom Brevoort reacting. Yesterday, Bleeding Coast report on Fox News' report on Chuck Dixon's podcast blew up and got picked up all over the place. No hat tips, obviously, but we saw a response from Tom Brevoort, who's been in the news of himself late, saying, I've loved a lot of Chuck Dixon's comics and worked with him a time or two, and I find it perplexing to equate that sensible, knowledgeable writer. This is what they do. They flatter you right before they're about to fucking stick a knife in your ribs. You're too smart to believe what is transparently and obviously true. You're too smart to recognize and speak out against our agenda. How could you be so stupid? I thought you were smarter than that to speak out against what we're doing. Chuck Dixon's 100% right, Tom. You know he's right. You're calling him, look, you're saying that what he's saying isn't sensible? What you did to the Punisher isn't sensible. It makes no sense at all. It's ridiculous. He's spouting ignorant nonsense about the Punisher on his podcast and elsewhere. Tom Brevoort, are you telling me that you personally didn't hear anyone at Marvel talking about how concerned they were that the military and the police, blue-collar public servants, were picking up the Punisher's skull symbol and therefore the Punisher had to change? Are you going to lie like that? You're actually going to lie like that? Because I heard it. Everybody heard it. We talked about it here. We saw a bunch of soy boys in the mainstream. Oh my God, clutching their pearls. The Punisher. They can't have the Punisher. We've got to defang and castrate the Punisher as a way of letting these people know that we hate them. And the idea that they might have any kind of power or autonomy, that they might ever have some kind of fantasy about regaining control over the corruption, the crime, just out and out evil that's going on in the world right now, that they could ever have a character to fantasize about. Hell no. We are going to cut that guy's dick right off. We're going to change his symbol and make it into something satanic looking. We're going to have his wife come back and castrate him and punish him and tell him that she doesn't love him and all this stuff. Ridiculous. Why did any of that stuff happen? What do you mean? Stop lying. He knows better. He's smarter than that. He's smarter than you, Tom. You gigantic shaved Ewok. He's way smarter than you. And here's the thing. The Punisher was left alone. The Punisher was doing his thing. The Punisher was being used by Marvel Comics effectively to make money in media, in comics, toys, merchandise for decades. Unprecedented popularity. And suddenly something changed. Let me ask you, was it Chuck Dixon that changed or was it you? Why is the Punisher different now? What changed? Who changed? And why? And don't lie because you idiots went on the record about this. You guys went on the record. This didn't happen in back rooms. This didn't happen somewhere where nobody could see it or hear about it. You guys were publicly denigrating your fans again. Imagine you've got one thing that's actually organically clicking with people. You're not trying to force these fake characters. Diversity. You're not trying to force these fake characters into people's lives. There's a group of people who naturally were enjoying the Punisher. They were enjoying the TV show. They were enjoying the comic maybe. They were enjoying wearing the t-shirts, wearing little patches with the logo. All of this stuff. They were enjoying the character. And no, Marvel couldn't have that. And why not? Because of who it was that was enjoying the Punisher. People that Tom Brevoort would denigrate as fascists. Fuck Marvel Comics because they really do hate the fans. Any troubles that they're having right now with sales, any troubles that they're having connecting with people, entirely their own doing. People are dying to give Marvel Comics money. They want to buy Marvel Comics. Marvel Comics doesn't want your money. Marvel Comics doesn't want your money. They don't want you as fans. It's the weirdest thing. I hate to say that. Yellow Flash says that all the time. He's like, they don't want me as a fan. And I'm like, maybe that's over. No, Marvel does not want these people as fans. There's no other way to state it. It's ridiculous. All of the culture war rhetoric of COMICSGATE, 100% correct and valid. It's just true. And here it is right here. And then Tom Brevoort goes, I thought Chuck Dixon was too smart. Whenever you actually catch them at this, whenever you get any kind of public attention calling out these people for who they are and what they are doing to Marvel Comics characters that they don't own. Tom Brevoort does not own the Punisher. You had no right to wreck the Punisher. None of you had any right to wreck this character. Although the character is owned by Marvel Comics, also owned by Disney, more than that, in a larger sense, he is owned by the fans who have loved him and supported him, supported his comics, bought his merch, gone to see his movies, paid for a ticket, watched his TV show. Those people own the Punisher. In a spiritual sense, in a very real sense. That is their character. You have no right to destroy that character just because you want to exert a little aggression. You want to stick your middle finger up at these people. You don't like them. You watch too much CNN. You watch a lot of MSNBC. You identify the police. You identify the military. You identify blue-collar guys riding trucks saying, try to hide in a small town. You don't like those people. Those are the people who like the Punisher. You don't like those people, so you want to fucking wreck what it is that they're purchasing from you. That's beautiful. All of you people. All of these people. Marvel. Oh, Marvel. You need an enema or an exorcism. Your Marvel Comics stuff, the X-Men stuff I'm seeing is homosexual? I don't know how else to put it. Weird? Creepy? Not for any X-Men fans. Certainly not. And then Punisher. And this was just, I mean, it doesn't get any more clear than this. It doesn't get any more cut and dry. And for Chuck Dixon to come out and say so, and Tom Brevoort to sit there and go, I don't know what you mean. You're smarter than this. You know better. I've liked your work in the past. By the way, the implication there is, maybe I'll give you some more work. I've loved a lot of Chuck Dixon's comics and have worked with him a time or two. I find it perplexing. Most people are going to go, shit, Tom Brevoort, he's like a big editor at Marvel. Let me reel that back and then see if Tom Brevoort has a little something for Chuck Dixon. I could give you work. Dr. Coffindale says, lol, they won't. I know they won't. But see, that's the mind game here. That is the mind game. And believe me, that's exactly what's going on here. 100% what's going on. Craziness. And it's infuriating. And you should be mad. I mean, this is honestly, it's you know, this is something that they did. They destroyed the Punisher out of spite. Case closed. There's no other way to look at this. We watched them do it in slow motion, and I said, I can't believe they're going to do it, and they fucking did it. And they did it. Craziness. Makes me angry. Let me look at some of my campaigns. All right, let me listen. There's some good stuff going on. Fucking my heart is pounding. I'm so mad. Cyberfrog is my character. Cyberfrog, of course, we're grateful for you. Thank you for supporting these campaigns. And wow, thank you. We just hit 161 on the electric blue action figures. Thank you for buying my stuff. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for making this stuff possible. Many of the people here watching the show right now were here supporting these campaigns before these toys even existed. Now the toys exist, it's a little easier to throw a little bit of money at it. You know you're going to get them around the corner. But I have people who have faith in me. And those people, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for having the faith in me to invest your money in All Caps Comics to make this stuff happen. The minute you stop is the minute I have to stop. I want to make a Rainbow the Brute toy. I can't do it without you guys. I can't do it without your faith. I can't do it without your belief. But we will never let you down, ever. We'll never, I mean, we might be late. We're never going to let you down. When you get the product, you're going to say, holy God, this is way better than I thought it was going to be. Amazing. Every single time. That's the way this works. Electric Blue, Cyberfrog, variant action figures. Just that trailer, by the way. I don't know. Let me play this. Yes! Join the fight! God, I love it. I love it. And I'm grateful to you guys. Cyberfrog, Electric Blue, variant action figures. The link is in the description below. We're going to close this campaign out next here. I'm going to do this tonight. 2023 All Caps Comics and CG Apparel. Now, a lot of people are already receiving their hats. I think most people have received their hats. It's not too late to reserve yours. They are high quality, beautifully constructed hats, and we have a wide variety to choose from. A wide variety, okay? So you can go down here. It's not like we just have one hat. We've got the All Caps Comics hat in yellow, but we've put the Laughing Man on the bill instead of Cyberfrog this time. We've got it in blue trim, and then a blue front. We've got it in red trim, and then actually, yeah, there's a red back, and then this is just red trim here. So this hat's really nice. I wear this all the time. We've got 4 different All Caps Comics beanies to choose from. Winter is coming. Make sure that you've got a beanie so that you can look like John Malin. We've got a lot of COMICSGATE t-shirts to choose from. Here are your choices right here. I have put in the orders for these. They are going to be, but I doubled the orders, so we do have some room. You know, if you if you want to get a extra large COMICSGATE Heather Gray t-shirt here, we're going to have one for you. Don't worry. When it comes to COMICSGATE baseball caps, we've got 4 beautiful baseball caps to choose from. We've got one in black and yellow, blue with green underneath, and then, of course, the Houston Astros colors right here for our Texan friends. And then this one's our biggest seller. I ordered triple the sales of this one because I just think this one's going to sell all day long. COMICSGATE Creative Freedom, independent comics on the back, the COMICSGATE logo underneath the bill. I call this the Darth Vader hat because it really is just black and red. It just looks badass. It's got a skull on it. It looks cool. It says COMICSGATE right on the front. Don't be ashamed. Be proud to be COMICSGATE. Wear this to a convention. And just let people know. Normalize COMICSGATE at these conventions. And tough, people can deal with it. So you disagree with Tom Brevoort destroying Punisher. Oh my God. You know, you must be a radical right-winger. You disagree with Marvel Comics destroying the characters they've been entrusted with. Wow, you don't belong here. Wear a COMICSGATE. Wear a t-shirt, wear a hat wherever you go, whenever you're around comic book pros as well and comic book conventions, and let people know. We've got lots of beanies, COMICSGATE beanies as well, so you'll be able to have your pick. Scroll down here and choose. There are a bunch of tiers where you can get one of everything even if you want to. Everything's an add-on, so you can customize your order. We've got all the hats in stock, the t-shirts, and the sweatshirt, which is only available for people who are channel members. You'll be able to find the link in the channel members community section of this YouTube channel. It's a big, huge camo shirt with orange trim, camo sweatshirt. We've got that there as well. Make sure to support this campaign and get the stuff that you want. I'm closing it down tonight. That'll be it for this. Cyberfrog Dark Harvest. I'm going to leave this up for a little bit longer, but this campaign's going to come down pretty soon too. I'm ready to go to print on everything here. Dark Harvest is almost finished at this point. Dark Harvest is 10 new pages of story, and then the first 10 pages of Cyberfrog 3. And believe it or not, it's almost done. I'm over there working pretty goddamn, excuse my language, I'm over there working pretty hard. I'm drawing pages. I'm producing incredible artwork. This, Rainbow the Brute, Cyberfrog 3, we're getting all of these books out. We're not playing games anymore. We're going as fast as we can and still maintaining high quality. Cyberfrog Dark Harvest. This campaign will stay up for a little while longer, and then it's coming down. And then finally, the big one, Cyberfrog 3 Red Extermination, which is performing wonderfully. Thank you, everyone, for backing this campaign. We've already sold more than 1,000 executive Red Xboxes, which is phenomenal. This is the subscription tier. And because we got to $500,000, we get to make this car. I love it. I love making toys. We get to make this awesome Hot Wheels style Cyberfrog car, and it's free. Everybody who backs at the $25 level is going to get one of these cars with a nice clear plastic yellow eyes here. It's going to be beautiful, beautiful. And thank you to the sculptor who came forward. These guys are all pros. I mean, I work with some of the biggest and best sculptors in the business, and they want to be anonymous. That's cool. I really appreciate it. This was a great sculpt, a great design, and yeah, very proud of it. Cyberfrog 3 Red Extermination. We got a beautiful wraparound cover by Dale Keown. Salamandroid 2 Poison Pact is available here. This no longer is, but this cover is. If you back the Red Xbox, you can get any of the action figures. They're included here too if you want to. You can add on the Cyberfrog PVC toys to your order. Red Extermination box is going to come with cover A, cover B, Vanskyver Heroes cover, Vanskyver Villains cover, the Keown line art edition, and then also the 36-hour Heather Swain variant cover added to this book. You will receive everything that this campaign has in this box, and right now it's worth more. I mean, just these books alone make it worth more than $200, which is the buy-in price for the subscription tier. We do a great job making these boxes worth it. And the box itself is going to be beautiful. Red, dark red, blood red with gold foil trim. It's going to look great on your shelf. It really is. So thank you, everybody, for backing this campaign. And we're getting pretty close to 520. I will come up with a new stretch goal for 550. Another stretch goal for 600. And then the next big stretch goal is 700,000. And when we get to 700,000, which I think we could do that, there is a Vespis car that will also be included with everybody's order. I'm going to package them together head to head. Cyberfrog and the Vespis car. You're going to get them both. It's at 700,000. So I'll keep pushing the campaign. Don't worry. I'll keep annoying you. I'll keep reminding you to back the campaign if you haven't backed it yet. I know many of you are waiting to get Wrecked Planet. You haven't received it yet. 100% understand that. When you get Wrecked Planet, read it. You'll love Wrecked Planet. Come over here, back the hell out of Red Extermination, and let's push this forward so that we can make the Vespis car and make this campaign even more successful than it's already been. And thank you so much. All right, now let me look at you guys here and see how you're doing. Hello, my friends. Hello. Smart RN. So CG has the best stretch goals. Yeah, I know. I love it. I get so excited when I come up with like a good idea. I like the. I haven't seen the Vespis car yet, but it's in production. If it's not available, if we don't get to 700,000, I think we will. It took us a year to get to 1 million for Wreck Planet, an entire year. But I think we're going to get to 700,000. If we don't, I'll still make it and I'll just sell it. I'll add it to the campaign. I'll say you can buy one of these. Let me see. Is there a stretch goal for the Helephant comic? Dumbledore, I'm making the Helephant comic. I'm going to hire somebody. I'm going to write it, and we are going to produce the Helephant comic. I think it is going to be a COMICSGATE comic, not an all caps comics comic. O-Snake says at 800,000, Ethan will let you swim in his full. Okay, sure. Why not? That sounds great. Let me see. Will Dale be sketching Mandy for the sketchbook campaign? Says Madness and Victory. It doesn't sound like a bad idea. Final Boss joined the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Dr. Coffinail says, Troy Hickman is a good friend of mine. I know he enjoyed collaborating with you on Common Grounds. Did you have a question about him, Ethan? No, I I hope he's okay. Tell him I said hello. Swinedog712 says, Norm MacDonald made that same point. He said the liberal message backfired because Archie Bunker was likable and the meathead was not likable. Correct. Yeah, it's funny. Believe it or not, know-it-all pussies are not likable. Nobody says Punisher more relevant than ever. We are in similar high crime, soft on crime era as the early 70s when Dirty Harry and Death Wish were popular. I'm glad you said that. I think that's true. Scootran says, got Wreck Planet. Cyberfrog PVC is outstanding. Yeah, not bad for a freebie, right? Like we seriously like that's, you know, we set out to make something really, really good. It was our first toy. I think we did a great job with that PVC. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you think so too. Ask Chuck Dixon is an awesome YouTube channel, well worth subscribing, says Andrew Venables. That's good advice. Please use my quote, Vengeance Never Forgets, for the Helephant comics, says 200 Watt Studios. Yeah, I gotta find the right artist to draw Helephant, but we're gonna do it because I think it's a good story, and it's actually based on a true story, which it makes it even better. Like, there should be a slasher animal character. I think that's a good idea. I don't know if it's been done before. You have, like, vicious animal, like Cujo, like Jaws. You know, I mean, those stories are all over the place. But a serial killer bent on revenge that's an animal, that has a motive, like an elephant that's been abused by the circus, who now goes on a killing spree and kills clowns. Shit. Blood all over its uniform. Like, I picture Helephant as like wearing a circus garb. You know, the humiliating costume that, like, I would imagine if you were an elephant, you had dignity and you had to wear this weird, you know, bizarre costume, and I would think that would be like humiliating for you. So I like the idea of Helephant wearing that and it being spattered in blood. And just looking like Michael Moore. Like if Michael Moore was a pachyderm. Michael Moore, did I just say? Michael? Who am I thinking of? Michael Moore is that fat guy from... why did I say Michael Moore? Now I can't think of who it is. Jason? Michael Myers, thank you. Michael Moore. Michael Moore does look like an elephant. Buddha Bear, thanks for joining the channel. It was accidentally pretty good. It's a Trap Production says, I read Wreck Planet, Death Sting, and Heartsick Horror. Was worth the 2-year wait. Will back Cyberfrog 3 soon. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I want to hear some reviews about Death Sting and see what people think. G-Dash says, are you still going to add trading cards to pit posters if it gets to 25K in demand? Yes. Absolutely. Ready to go with that. Yeah, I'm waiting. I don't know how much longer that campaign's going to be up. I'm really not going to leave that campaign up for too much longer. I think we can take it down in like a month. So let's give it a month to get to 25K, and if not, we'll take it down and we'll do Dale Keown's sketchbook next. You know. Just make those posters and ship them out. We're ready to go. We're ready to go on all this stuff. Manga Mange Truck Happy Davis says, add Shane with Terror Tiger and Mandy with Showgator as ringmasters that get eaten. Of course, yourself as Helephant's trainer. Oh, I like that idea. Oh, all he does is put himself as a self-insert in his comics. And it's me, like this fat, drunk bastard, like whipping the elephant. Let's see. Is there any ETA on the pit posters once you close down? They usually take about a month to make. So once I close down, I just haven't decided when to do it yet. when I close that campaign down, because I'm hoping to get it to 25K. No, you're the Helephant, says Lama Gigante. Helephant, can we get a sketch? Says Lizard Sauce in the Berg. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a sketch of it. Bad idea. EVS will make Helephant look small. Minor Zircon says, who wants to talk about Barbie some more? Oh, I do. I'm seeing all these videos. Anna made a video called, it was meant to trigger me. And it said, the video title was like, Barbie was made by stupid people. The Barbie movie. And I went, you're going to make me, you're going to make me lose my mind up in here. No, yeah, I'm not doing it. It's all bait. It's all bait, like meant to make me get angry and to talk about Barbie. I don't want to talk about Barbie. But see, that's what they do. They push you down. They say, first of all, shut the fuck up about Barbie and your nuanced, intelligent take of this work of art. Okay, shut up. Done shutting up? Okay, good. Now, Barbie was made by retards. It's a retarded movie that hates men. It's fucking stupid. The whole thing sucks. People who like it are pedophiles. And you just go, all right, I'm not. Okay. And at some point, you have to just kind of go, what do my fans want to hear? Like, what are my followers looking to hear from me? And it's like, I think they want my opinion about things. But they also don't need me to be a smug asshole who's always right. I don't want to be that guy either. So kind of... Matt Grendel says, I think I'm more of a hippopocalypse guy, but if you can incorporate a rhino, I'd be all in. Well, hippopocalypse would have to be in the book. How would he get there, though? Is he a circus hippo? I don't think he is. I think hippopocalypse is in Africa. And I think, Africans are trying to kill him. Or they killed his wife or something. They killed his wife. The hippo has a wife. And they ate him, and he's pissed. And they say that hippos kill more people than alligators. More people than sharks. Hippos are the most deadly animal ever. So I like the idea of, the hippo just losing his shit. And going crazy. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know what a hippo looks like when it's eating human beings and killing human beings. But it must be pretty vicious. Luffiest guy goes, you're wrong about Barbie, now shut up! Dumbest take ever. No, come on, guys. I'm right about Barbie. I'm right about everything. I've never, very rarely am I wrong. I don't react from emotion. Except when it comes to the Punisher. But even then, I'm right. I'm right about my take on the Punisher. You guys have to trust me. Alright, let me see. Eric Weathers Ghost, I'm sure we can find some videos out there somewhere where I'm wrong. Let me see. You refuse to listen to the tarred Barbie creators, says Urashima Taru. I'm not getting into this. Mr. Malenge says, for $10, thank you, that ain't cheap. Darkseid searched the whole universe for the anti-life equation. He should have just visited IDW's office once they hired Antos. Heather Thanos. What a mistake, dude. What a mistake to hire Heather Antos. Minor Zircon says, hippos are vegetarian. They just kill for fun stomping. Wow. Dale Keown is the goat, and it says, where can I get Wreck Planet? Is it still available? I'm new to your campaigns, and I love them. Already backed that beautiful red box. Oh, you did? Okay, well, listen, if you back the red box on the current campaign, you're going to get a book with that that's going to be this thick, and it's going to have all of the books, including Wreck Planet, up to this point in a collected edition, okay? Just like a kind of a phone book, catch me up book with everything in it. Now, if on the other hand, you're the type of guy who's like, I don't want that. I want one of the original books that everybody else has. You can go right here to Cyberfrog Dark Harvest, which is still open. Still open. You can still go to Dark Harvest. And you can scroll down here, and you can get Salamandroid Death Sting here. And here's Cyberfrog 2 Wrecked Planet, which at this point is now $40. 89 people have bought a copy at $40. Because, yeah, you should have backed it sooner, I guess. But you can get it here. You can get the J-Lee version, the Chromium version that everybody else is getting right here on the Dark Harvest campaign. If I were you, if you're going to back this, and it's because if you're backing this campaign and you just want Wreck Planet, just back Wreck Planet alone. Don't add anything to it unless what you're adding is Death Sting, because we've got that in-house. This other stuff is going to hold up your order. But if you just back Cyberfrog 2 Wreck Planet all by itself with maybe Death Sting, your order can go out as soon as the second chances go out, which is going to be pretty soon. So you should have it within a month. That's my advice to you. And thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, let's take a look at your boy Zack. Your boy Zack has launched a new campaign. And I'm glad that he did. Let me see here. I'm glad that he did. Urashi Mataru says, because you know the creators disagree with you. They don't. They don't disagree with me at all. Not at all. You don't understand what I'm saying. Nobody says artist intent argument is dumb. See All in the Family. Yes, but my analysis of what the movie means is exactly what it means. I'm not saying anything contradictory. I'm not saying anything weird like this is a great conservative movie. This isn't a feminist movie. That's not what I'm saying at all. I've never said that. My assessment of the movie, my analysis of what the movie is saying, the text of the movie and the subtext of the movie is 100%, 100% in tune with what the creators are meaning to say. Now, you can take the subtext of that movie and you could say that it's hyper-feminist, it hates men, or it's conservative if you want to. That's up to you. But 200 Watt Studio says, pitch. Elephant is captured after a killing rampage, taken to Africa, and trapped on a hunting reserve. Hippos break him out during a hippocalypse. You're hired. I think that's great. All right, hold on a second here. Urashima Taru says, you are saying the creators did it purposefully. Yes. Yes. The message of the movie was encoded into the movie intentionally in its subtext. That is correct. 100%. That is what they're doing there. All right, so here we go. Let's, all right. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, your boy Zack launched this why not get David Williams to do Elephant, says Squibs, for $2. I need an artist who wants to draw elephants. I need an artist who can do funny horror. I need an artist whose drawings are extremely appealing, who wants to do those things. Urashima Taru, again, they didn't. You are reading your take into it. No, I'm not. I promise you I am not. You know, when I said that, I'm not doing this. I'm not getting dragged into this. Not at all. Fucking not getting dragged into it. Somebody sent me a super chat to change the subject. Buddha Bear says, I got a CG hoodie. Curious, what does the back say? The back says, Comic Pros hate you. And it's like a snake. And it says, bite back. COMICSGATE. That's what it says. Yeah. It's great, dude. It's really a beautiful design. You're going to like it. How about a manga artist for Elephant? See, that wouldn't be bad. I could see Elephant as a manga book, actually. I mean, ultimately, Elephant is a sympathetic character, but because you understand why she's doing what she's doing. She is a girl. I think she's a girl. I just decided that. I like that. I got some female representation. I want a lot of these feminists to see themselves in Elephant. Let me see. When do we start working on Viet Cong? Says Tom from Midnight's Edge After Dark. What's up, Tom? How you doing? Viet Cong would be another one. Animal books galore. I could make a lot of money at this. I have a whole like subgenre of horror animal books. You know, comics. I think I could make a lot of money. Miner Zircon says, let's talk about the upcoming Armored Core 6. What is that? What is Armored Core 6? I don't know what that is. Let me see. Haley VS, how can I get your signature on ISOM number 2, cover B? Well, that's a great question. I did say to, first of all, you'd have to catch me to convention, which is rare. I don't do a lot of conventions. But I did say to Eric, I said, Eric, listen, I'd be happy. I'd be more than happy. If you want to send me 100, 200 copies of ISOM 2, cover B, that you would like me to sign, and you sell them at an inflated price. Whatever you want to sell them for, I don't care. I'd be happy to do that for you, my friend. I'd be happy to do that. And he said, really? I said, yep. And then he forgot about it. But I'm renewing that offer to him right now. Even though he's probably not listening, he doesn't hear me, but I'm saying if he wants to send me over a couple of crates of ISOM 2, cover B, I would autograph them, and he could sell them for whatever he wanted to. That is an offer as a friend. He's a good guy. I want him to succeed. Ripper forgot. Yeah, but you know what? Elephants never forget. Helephant. Hell-bent. Heaven sent. There's RT Bear there. How you doing? Vengeance never forgets. Be so good, dude. Oh, my God. This is a great idea already. I can already tell. First of all, it will become a movie. That would make me a little bit annoyed, like if Helephant became a movie before Cyberfrog did. Donald DeLay can probably draw great elephants and hippos. Is Donald looking for work? Because I saw Donald out there saying, yo, let me draw Rainbow the Brute. Rainbow the Brute 2 by Donald DeLay. Dobbin Mog, thanks for £5. I want a comic of that idea for a 70s style with a little Viet Cong kick adopted by the Suburban Family. Yeah, that's another one of my ideas. I pitched that as a sitcom. All my ideas got shot down in the 90s. A lot of people saw Cyberfrog and reached out to me. They took me seriously. And they said, we're listening. MTV reached out to me and said, we're listening to pitches. We like you. We like what you're saying. We like your stuff. We want to know if you have any pitches for an animated series. And I had a couple. One of them was That's Our Charlie, which would be an animated sitcom, but it didn't have to be animated. You could actually do a live action about a suburban family, a white family, who adopts a little Vietnamese kid. They name him Charlie. And Charlie goes about booby-trapping the house and forcing them into games of Russian roulette, things like that, and, stuff like that. And it's just, it's basically, I pitched it to them. I said, it's Webster meets Full Metal Jacket. And they didn't go for it. I don't fucking know why. It's a brilliant idea. That's our Charlie. Hey, Dad's, in a rat cage in the backyard, submerged up to his nipples. His penis has been severed and it's stuck in his mouth. Where's Charlie? He's up in a tree laughing. That's our Charlie. Jungle warfare in the suburbs. That's what it would be like. And they didn't like that idea. So I didn't get that done. People always come to me and they like, do you have any pitches, ideas? I always ruin it. I always sabotage it every time. I don't know. I think my ideas are good. Matt Grendel says, thanks for $10. Miner Zircon was selfless enough to offer up anything in a super chat to guide you away from the B word. Yeah, I appreciate that. I truly do. That's our Charlie. I think it would have been a good show. I see it as like Small Wonder, like it would have been like a cheap show like Small Wonder. It would have been good. Steve Roberts, Dictator Alligator. Alligator who was a dictator. Here's Phil RZ. I'm no Brian Brown, but I'm still waiting on 3 honeycomb boxes too. Help a brother out. Yeah, Phil, we're taking the weekend off. We're not shipping anything this weekend, but Monday, because we can't. But Monday, we will get right back into it. We will be shipping you out a bunch of stuff. We don't worry about it. I know that you're there, and I will take care of you. Buddha Bear says, I'm $200 away from $120,000. Really? Sweet. Appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. Sounds like an adult swim show for Stone College students. I think that was the demographic that I was going for. Ted Zagar goes, that's our psycho Ethan. Viet Cong was good too. That was another Vietnam kind of thing where King Kong, Richard Nixon brings back King Kong after he's elected to president, 1969. Sends him over there to win the war. Like, who knows jungle warfare better than King Kong? Sir, Mr. President, our boys are just not skilled in jungle warfare, but we have someone who is. Helicopters, helicoptering in Richard Nixon, who's like, oh, what the fuck is that? And it's like, Sir, Mr. President, ever since he fell off the Empire State Building in 1939, we've kept him in a cryogenic hibernation. We've kept him here for 30 years. Thaw him out. Thaw that motherfucker out. We're sending him overseas to help our boys. We're going to bring our boys home with honor. Oh, shit. King Kong over in, Oh, it'd be so cool. Doing a Watch Studios says, how come we don't have poker night here anymore? Charlie turned the last game into Russian roulette. See, there you go. That's how it would work. Sway Rod says, Ethan, I didn't get my copy of Wreck Planet. We're working on it. Sway Rod, we're sending them out. Don't you worry. We still have 5,070 copies. Hold on a second. We've got 5,071 copies. Or orders, I mean, to go out. 5,071. Yes. David L. says, yes, that's our Barbie. I'm triggered by the Barbie reviews. I'm triggered by them. I am. I have to admit. I want to answer all of them. They make me angry. All right, so listen. Your boy Zack. Do you remember your boy Zack? He employed this fellow once. This is Pearberg. Narwhal. You might know him as Narwhal. He's got Earthbound 3 Grand Prix. Watch this trailer. Matt Grendel says, this reminds me of the old game Another World. Remember that game? Narwhal's Earthbound Grand Prix. Closes out, I think, on Tuesday. So good. Looks like a couple of you backed it. Thank you very much. Back Earthbound 3 Grand Prix by our friend Narwhal. Also, many of you like John Malin still. In spite of the way he abuses you, you still like him. His campaign, God Like the Romulus Saga, available right now, live, with a brand new cover by Dale Keown. Here's Godlike fighting Pitt, the character that is to become godlike. The artwork is really great. John's doing great stuff. What can I say? I'm a fan. I like John Malin's artwork. I think he's terrific. So, go over here and back Godlike the Romulus Saga, the exclusive variants. All right, so now on to what this is all about. We've got John Malin's former collaborator, Richard C. Meyer, over at Splato Comics. And he launched a new Jawbreakers book, kind of in the dead of night, I guess. I don't always agree with the way Zack does things, but I have to admit, he gets results. He launched his campaign for this comic book called Jawbreakers Contingency, and here's the video that he associated with it.
Hi everyone, it's your boy Zack, and I just launched the Jawbreakers Contingency on Indiegogo.
Nice!
Now before I start, I know what you're thinking. Aren't I still waiting on some books from you? Yes, you are. This campaign was not supposed to launch until November.
Oh.
I have a planned move to a high-tax state. My understanding was that I could keep my LLC as a Texas business. I just needed to appoint someone to manage it. I was like, okay, great, fine. I go to my accountant.
Why
He's
are
like,
we
yeah.
talking about, like, Zack, you don't need to do this. You don't need to talk about this with people. Let's just get into talk about the comic.
So you can do that, and then when you move to the next state, you just pay taxes there. So I told him, it's like, this was made in Texas. So he's like, well, if you want it to be taxed in Texas, you need to get this out before you leave.
Oh.
So these are all the books I
All right,
still
these
have
are the books that
outstanding.
people are waiting for
they've
right
all
now.
been
Let me
written.
see them. Rock and Roll Ninja by Matt Barr. He's got the plot, the line art, the coloring, the script, the lettering, the covers. He needs the edits, the proof, the print. He needs them to be fulfilled. That's where he is. Iron Sights 3. Don't have a cover yet. Where's Kelsey? Impossible Stars 2. Not lettered yet. Where's Eric Weathers? Jawbreakers Forever. That's the one that most people, I think, are waiting for. Needs to be edited still. Cuffs Origin was already edited. Your Mom's Box says, Zack literally told his old fans to move on. He's chasing an audience that doesn't exist. When did he do that? It's the opposite of what 2017 hot dog vendor Zack stood for. Requested a refund for $150 worth of unshipped books. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, you know what? It's hard because sometimes, we're only human. I have this new thing that I try to do now where when people are denigrating me on the internet, which is often, I just kind of go, thank you, appreciate your feedback. And here's the link. Please back Cyberfrog 3, Red Extermination. The weird thing about that is it actually works. People think that when they criticize me or say I'm mad at you that Cyberfrog is late or something like that, that A, I'm going to get angry or defensive. And I'm not going to. I'm going to say, I'm sorry, the book is shipping right now. We're trying to get it done as quickly as we can. I understand that it's late. I understand that you've been waiting and all this stuff. We're going as fast as we can. Please back Cyberfrog 3. People actually respond positively to that. When I type it, I go, this person's going to tell me to go fuck myself. But, I really want everybody to read Cyberfrog. I really do. And the other thing is, I can't make Cyberfrog without everyone's support. And so, what do I have to do? What are we looking at here? I got to go faster. I got to put the books out quicker. I got to be more. I got to be more detailed. Do I have to tell you about my taxes or anything like Zack's doing here? I don't want to do anything like that. But I understand. When you actually just kind of say, I want everybody to buy Cyberfrog, even the people who are calling me names, Still want, even if you're reading it to make fun of it, to tear it apart, whatever, still want you to buy it. People react positively to that. The hot dog salesman thing, where Zack used to say these great things, like, you know what, like even prisoners, even murderers on death row use toothpaste, is really a neat thing to say. You know, it's neat. Urashima Taru says, Zack has had zero improvement to his funding. What does that mean? Zero improvement to his funding. Yeah, I just want people to back Cyberpunk. I don't care. The book is good. I will tell you this. Everything that I do right now, all of the product that I'm producing, Rainbow the Brute is great. It's way better than I thought it was going to be. Rainbow the Brute is great. Cyberpunk is great. All the books that I'm doing are great, and our toys are great. So I'm not worried about any of that. Even our hats are great. I just need you to continue supporting All Caps Comics. That's all. All right, let me see here. What goes on? Back to Zack's video. Zack's making long videos here and attaching them to his campaign.
Drawn, colored, the script, which is the dialogue and the caption.
It's kind of cozy listening to Zack talk about this stuff, though. Even though we're probably on two different wavelengths these days, it's fun listening to him talk about business and making comics, you know.
Captions, that's all done. Lettering done for all but 2 of them. Covers done for all but 2.
First kill. Look at this. First kill. Plot's done. Line art's done. Coloring's done. Script is done. Eric Weathers. Where's the lettering? And then the covers are missing. That's Dale Keown. What's up with that? All right.
And 2 of them are actually in the edit phase. Cuff's Origin and A New Kind of War should go to print next week. Rock and Roll Ninja the week after. Jawbreakers Forever the week after that. So, to make it up to you, this is 2 for 1.
No. What are you, 2 for 1?
As you see here, there's only 1 tier for Jawbreakers, but if you get the featured perk, you're going to get 2 copies of the Jawbreakers.
No. Just make it $15 then. Don't give them 2 they don't want 2 copies. People don't want 2 copies of the same book unless there's a nice variant cover. Instead of this, just make it $15. What, 2 for 1? Why? Why are you cheapening yourself, dude? Don't do that. Assign a value to the work that you're producing. Make sure people understand it is worth their time. And it is. The comics that he's producing look great. I don't know how they read these days, but I mean, Aaron Alfici's work is phenomenal.
Contingency graphic novel. And you can do with the second copy whatever you want. You can give it away to a friend. You can slab it with CGC. You can sell it on eBay.
Eric Weathers says, I don't letter all of Zack's books. The ones that I'm supposed to do are done. Damn. Well, there you go. Urashima Taru says his funding has been stagnant. FK is 90% drinker. Oh, I did notice that, yeah. The Rambo book is like Critical Drinker contributed to that, and it's like largely the funding is his. Like, don't do that either. Don't ever like, oh my God. So he could just go out there and be like, hey man, I got a Rambo book, and he can get his fans to like back one of Zack's campaigns. It's going to blow up the numbers, but like that money's all going to him, man. What good is that? FK is First Kill, which is the Rambo book. Siege Parallel says, you gads, EVS. You would think by now you would have realized Zack hates being told what to do. Yeah, but I'm only like telling like his ghost what to do. Because this is just, I'm not talking to him. I'm just talking to his video. It's fun.
Donate to a library, mail it to a deployed soldier, or you can just keep it as a reader's copy. Read one, put the other one in Mylar. I did this for 2 reasons. One, to show appreciation to longtime Jawbreakers backers, especially the ones that are still waiting. But also because I want people who don't know about Jawbreakers to find out about it.
Tom Tuttle says, Zack is John the Baptist. He was the voice in the wilderness. I don't always understand his vision quest, but I never regret following him or having followed him. Hail, Zack. Tom, I'm with you on that. Like, I'm still a fan. I'm bewildered by him a lot of times. And but at the same time, like the idea of your boy Zack, the pure idea of the original your boy Zack is still like, I have a problem letting that go. Like that was so good when he was actually fighting the culture war and making comics because he believed in making these comics. I really enjoyed him. Little Raptor Jesus says, just back to CG merch. CG has come a long way. Oh, thank you so much, Little Raptor Jesus. Yeah, get the COMICSGATE merch. Get a hat, get a t-shirt. Own it. I mean, own being COMICSGATE. Wear it places. 200 Watt Studio says, another Zack scam. $30 for 2 books, but doesn't mention the page count. Oh, shit. Is it 20 pages, 40, 80? My guess is he has 20 pages for the price of 40. Oh. Jenko Morningstar says, I'm extremely grateful to Zack because without him, none of this would be possible, but I'm really worried about how many customers will buy his books after recent debacles. Well, look, here's what I'm doing for him. I'm showing his campaign. So I'm showing his campaign, and I'm saying I like his stuff. So there you go.
So if you donate this to a library, if you sell it to half-price books, if you mail it off to a deployed soldier, I'm hoping that this expands the fan base for Jawbreakers.
Nice. So I don't know if it will. You know what would expand the fan base of Jawbreakers? Talking to more people. But we know how you feel about
Here's
that.
Here's an amazing double-page spread.
It's so
by
good.
Aaron Alfici.
So good.
So this is a character who is a lot like Batman. So he has an underground headquarters. So there's an aging vigilante.
Aldion says, either man Skyver talked me into backing Doug TeNaples' Earthworm Jim. Well, do you regret it? It was probably a pretty good book, you know. It's not Earthworm Jim's fault that Doug TeNaples an a-hole. I think he can still make good comics, you know.
He's about to turn 50. He wants to retire. But he realizes that the many sidekicks he has acquired over the years are a liability.
This is such a good idea.
One of these guys is going to go broke and sell my identity to the tabloids. Another one is going to keep being a hero. He's going to get captured. He's going to get tortured. And he's going to reveal my identity.
Aldion says, it wasn't a terrible book, but I still feel bad for backing Earthworm Jim. Hey, Aldion, how do you think I feel? I actually listened to Doug TeNaple and put him on my live streams and helped him support his books, helped him get those books backed. Well, he spit on our faces afterwards. Believe me, we all have regrets. But at the same time, the books were good, I think. Like, I got Bigfoot Bill, and he put me in it. I was the Jersey Devil in it, which I thought was really nice of him. You know, 200 Watt Studio says, you're a good friend, E. No doubt about it. Thanks, 200 Watt Studio. Appreciate that. I don't think he sees me as a friend. But, you know, like, the thing about it is that, again, I don't care. I'm still going to help, fund indie comics. You don't have to like me, despite what people say. It's not that important that you like me. Your work just has to be really good. And you, if you, I'd appreciate it if you're not actively trying to kill me. But other than that,
not
just
as
do good
dramatic,
work.
But maybe even worse. They're just never going to let him retire. He's got a new wife. He started a family.
Snarktica DF says, I put Doug TeNaple on, but I'm always right. Quote unquote EVS. Oh, owned. You're right.
And he just wants to concentrate on that. So this is a genius billionaire. He's running...
Josh Mataru, Doug was secretly in love with you. Whoa! Holy shit. Oh, Snake says, Ethan is gay. Andrew is better than Ethan. Well, I mean, I know that. Not that I'm gay, but I mean, Andrew is better than me. ID Crisis says, finally got a chance to sit and absorb Cyberfrog 2. Really good stuff. Very high bar. Thanks, ID Crisis. I worked hard on it. Cyberfrog 3 is going to be even better, I think. Cyberfrog 3 is going to be way more satisfying. You're going to feel good. You're going to punch the air when you read Cyberfrog 3.
Calculations. And what it says is, you got to take him off the board. He and his new family will never have peace if the sidekicks are still alive. So he starts killing them off, one by one, framing their murders on his arch enemies, which then allows this previously no-kill superhero to go enact vengeance to also take his arch enemies off the chessboard. His first sidekick...
So good. Ice Tray says, I only found this channel because of Doug as an Earthworm Jim fan. He killed my love for it, but I found COMICSGATE. Well, Ice Tray, we're glad that we kept you. We retained you. Thank you so much for that. And, you know, what are you going to do?
Kick escapes, goes to the Jawbreakers, and begs for their help. Now, the Jawbreakers are pretty street level, but so is this vigilante. and he
Fatty says, God damn, I step away for a few minutes to launch a log and I come back to another Zack video EFAP. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Listen, Fatty, when was the last time I did a Zack EFAP? It's been months and months and months. I haven't watched a Zack video since like January. It's been a long time, man. I have no idea what he's talking about, where his mindset is. The only reason I'm doing this is because he launched a new campaign. And it's a Jawbreakers campaign, which I'm personally invested in. And I may even back this one myself. And I'm just curious. I want to know. Sorry, listen. If he says something dumb, I'm going to make fun of him. So there's a reason. If you don't like Zack, you can hang out for that. Ralph Mack says, made $6K last 3 weeks, poker casino. Tonight made $400. Ralph Mack, sounds like now's a good time for you to back Cyberfrog 3, Red Extermination. Congratulations. Gambling is fun. It's a vice, but I really enjoy it too. Proud of you.
He has contingency plans for everything, including the Jawbreakers. Available as an add-on is Closer to Heaven. This is an idea I came up with a few months ago. I was going through a spawn phase. I was really into the costume, not the character. I vaguely like the concept, but it's always just like him in an alley with a bunch of bums. And I was like, this could be so much more. So I came up with this idea called Closer to Heaven.
Jedi Knight of the Snyder Cult says, much like earlier boy Zack, your Disney Star Wars content was great. Please go back to that. I don't think Gina Carano minds. Her friend Drunk talks about Star Wars. I know, man. Listen, it's a struggle. I'd love to go back and make videos like that again. I feel like I'm the only one who means what I say, though. Boy, wouldn't it suck if, like, I went back to doing Star Wars content and Disney content, like, everyone would have folded. Like, I'm the only one who isn't. Yashima Taru says, I can't back Zack since he shit on you in COMICSGATErs.
It's about a cop who just made the news. Him and his partner stopped a school shooting. They're national heroes. Some aliens contact him. They give him a suit with powers, and they say, we have designated you to be the hero that saves Earth from us because we're about to blow it up in a...
Why would they do that, Zack? That is harebrained. Christopher Archella says, you talked about Heather Antos yet? I'm looking forward to your analysis of it. We're going to EFAP her whole video. Why would aliens... So aliens are going to invade Earth. Why would they find a hero on Earth to get? What is their motivation, Zack? To give an Earthling powers to resist their invasion, just for fun, to give us a fighting chance? Smart RN1. What is their motivation for that? See, it's like almost the Cyberfrog origin, but it's like, see, the aliens don't want Cyberfrog to be there. A benevolent planet put Cyberfrog there to oppose the alien invasion. The Vespis wouldn't go, you know what? Let's give Earth a fighting chance. Let's put a super-powered frog here to resist us and his brother Salamandroid. Just for fun. If he can do it, we'll fuck off. That doesn't exist. That's not a motivation. No characters would act like that. Smart RN says, I was... the surgery RN in Iron Sights 2. I support Zack, but his operation is troublesome. Lots of late books and the reasons are questionable. Peppermint Oil Capsule says, wasn't this your plot idea, Psycho Batman versus Robbins? No, this was his initial idea, and I took it and I spun it a different way. And he didn't like my idea for it. And I said, fuck, my idea is way better. God of Plague says, I don't get all the Zack hate. Some of his takes are bad, but who doesn't have some bad takes? He's just human. Yeah, I agree. You gotta be kidding me, though. This doesn't make any sense, dude. Give your characters integrity, man. Aliens who are about to invade Earth are not... They have no motivation to create a hero to oppose them. Oh, it's weird.
A year. Their enemies are getting close to Earth, and they're going to use it as a base of operations. So the aliens that gave this guy his powers are going to blow up Earth. But they tell him, if you defeat our enemies who are already on Earth and are about to establish it as a base of operations, if you take them out, we will call off our attack. which is to shoot a beam weapon across space and blow up Earth. So he doesn't like it, but he's a veteran in addition to being a...
Why don't they just do that? If they have the... If the aliens have the powers to stop their enemies who are already on Earth, why do they need a middleman? Why are they giving the powers to a human? Why don't they just go do that? And why would they ever just be like, you know what? You did us a favor. You killed our enemies that are on Earth.
A cop, and he kind of gets it. It's that classic thing where you're going to blow up a bridge so the enemy doesn't use it. Now, they're not there in the room with him. They're also communicating from far across space. So right as the transmission is...
Jeffrey Brown says, my wrecked planet just arrived. That is a huge box. Lots of stuff in the box. It was worth the wait. Thanks, A. No, thank you.
Ending. He says, so why'd you pick me? You know, me and my partner, we both took down that school shooter. And at the precinct, we're jokingly referred to as the twins. We don't look the same. Here's a picture of the cop. Here's a picture of his partner. And here's a picture of his wife.
Whoa.
He says,
whoa.
My partner and I don't...
ID Crisis says, this plot works if there was a contingent of rebels on that planet. Instant fix.
Look the same, but we were both Army Rangers. We're partners in the same precinct. So everyone jokes around and calls us the twins. And the aliens say, oh, we chose you because you're like us. Closer to heaven. Gold hair, pale skin, and that's what they look like. So then they say, your partner looks more like our enemies, as does your wife. But luckily you branded her with your gold hair, signifying ownership, as we used to do in our culture. And he's like, what the hell? Then they're basically like, okay, well, you got your marching orders, we gotta go. And they end transmission. So his wife walks in, she heard the end of this, and he's like, yeah, I think I just got superpowers from space Nazis.
Welp, looks like I just got superpowers from space Nazis. Wah, wah, wah.
So he's got to save Earth from the aliens who gave him powers, but to do so helps out this evil alien empire. Meanwhile, their enemies find out about this, and they give essentially the same deal to his wife. If you click on the featured perk, you will see the option to get closer to heaven. This is going to be a graphic novel, but it's going to be shorter than the Jawbreakers Contingency, which means it's $20 versus the $30 for the Jawbreakers Contingency. Garrison is a
Mike Wilson Art says, I like it. Go back it, dude. Christopher says, I'm going to give a rat a gun to defeat my enemies.
Print of a backup story from Knife Hand Blind Spot. It was really popular with the people who read it, and they asked for it to be its own book. So we commissioned a cover, and I think you're going to love it. It's a G.I. Joe parody. And then, as always, Gemini mailers for all domestic backers. For international backers, you get a bubble mailer, but if you want to...
What the hell? You're charging $10 for a Gemini mailer? Why? Gemini mailers cost $1, less than $1. Why are you charging $10 extra for shipping materials? I'll hand it to you for free, but $10 for me to put it in a container for you. $10 for me to put it in an envelope. Yurashima Taru says, sounds retarded and woke. Covers international shipping. That's why it says RBI1. Well, just charge international shipping. What does the Gemini mailer have to do with it? Gemini mailer is just the vehicle, the conveyance, just the packaging. Why are you charging $10 for that? Mike D83 says, Zack has gone full-on soy boy. You don't charge for it. I don't go, you know what? I could put it in a wet paper bag, kick it over to your house, but for $10 more, I'll put it in a box. $10 more, I'll put your package in a box for you and send it over to you. The box is just implied. Like, it's part of the shipping charge, you know, $10, $15, $20 shipping. Some cases more. Packing supplies, which are not cheap, by the way. Packing supplies are not exactly cheap, but a Gemini mailer is not $10. Christopher says, isn't Closer to Heaven something terrorists say before boom? I don't know. Hiroshima Taru says, he also charges shipping and then uses media mail. Yeah, media mail's not good. The reason why you don't use media mail is there are many reasons why. I know this is a constant debate in this sphere, why you don't use media mail. I'll tell you why you don't use it. Because there is some confusion with postal inspectors. And you can make the argument. You could say, well, it's their problem. Here's the thing. Media mail is for media, but there can't be any advertising in it. So you can't ship a regular comic book via media mail because it has M&M ads. But what about a graphic novel? Graphic novels don't have any ads. Well, that's true. But you got to make you got to make all the postal inspectors who are handling your packages all around the world understand. Because in the rule book, it says comic books do not qualify. So they don't know why that is. But what's going to happen is they're going to open your package and they're going to go, this is a fucking comic book. And they're going to ship it back to you. Or, even worse, they're going to say there's postage due on this package to your customer, which is really annoying. Your customer's going to go, what? I paid $10 shipping. What do you mean there's postage due? Well, he used media mail, and this is a comic book. Yeah, but there's no ads in it. This is not a discussion that anybody needs to have. Just fucking ship the package. That's the first reason. Second reason is media mail is worse than third class. Media mail, when the postman sorts packages, there's first class, there's priority, there's all these other things that you can use, and those packages take precedence. Hold on, Andrea is saying, will you be done by 5:30? Sure. Yes, I will. Okay. Those packages take priority. So when you're shipping media, those are the last priority. So you're saying whenever it gets there, it gets there. However it's treated, it's treated. It's not a good thing. Yes, you can use it. Yes, it's very inexpensive. But you know what? Instead of that, just charge them $10 and ship it first class or priority. That's all. And then no postal inspector is going to open it. They don't have the right to open it. And then it's going to get there in 1 or 2 days, which I think people appreciate. That's why. I mean, you can argue about media mail all day long, but it's a shitty service that's invasive. A postal inspector has the right to open it. There's a high likelihood that the postal inspector is going to identify it as a comic book and then wrongfully charge you, either ship it back to you or charge your customer some extra money. These are reasons why you shouldn't use it. That's all I'm saying. You can agree or disagree, but, like I said.
Pay $10, you can upgrade to get the Gemini mailer. This campaign is going to have a 3-day initial campaign in which a pinup poster of this art will be free to everyone who backs during the initial campaign.
Yeah, there was a thing where Zack was going to do a John Carter book because he thought it was public domain and that he was going to do it. So he hired Kenneth Rocafort, who did this kick-ass piece for it. But now he's got no use for it because I don't think he's going to do a John Carter book. So I guess he's just doing the poster.
This was made by Kenneth Rocafort, who has his own series of crowdfunded books called Groken. If you miss out on the initial campaign, this will still be available. You'll just have to...
Doug35 says, I'm a mailman for 25 years, but EVS knows better. I'll delete this in 5 seconds. Doug35, am I wrong? You think I'm wrong?
Pay $5 for it. But it's free for backers who put in their orders August 11th through August 13th. It will then immediately go into in demand, and that will last from August 14th to August 31st. It's a short campaign, and it won't go longer than that because I've got to finish it. I've got to receive the...
Doug35 says, yep, you're wrong. Where? How am I wrong? What did I say that was wrong?
The money.
Zack charges $10 and ships media mail, says Hiroshima Ataru. That is true. Josh Lamsary says, I stopped backing Zack because he put no effort into packaging product. The experience of getting product and how it is delivered is important. And Random Rick Anderson says, the aliens are smart enough for faster than light travel and cross space lasers, but stupid enough to care about the hair color on an alien species. Aviator Search has just received my Jay Lee cover. It will sit proudly next to Ides of March and Kelsey's Chopper cover. Let's go Cyberfrog 3. Let's go CG. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that. A lot of nice super chats today.
I gotta have everything done before I do my move, or it will get taxed into oblivion. This is actually the only campaign that I will do for all of calendar year 2023 for new books. I've done Last Chance and Zack.
So there are only 4 more months. You know, it's likely Cyberfrog 3 might be the last campaign I do too, unless I can get links together quick enough.
Friday, but that's for stuff that's already in catalog or is just about to go to print.
I want to put links on Fund My Comic and just see how it does. I'm really curious about it. Links is a really good book, and there's a chance, even though we haven't done it yet, I don't think Fund My Comic has had a book break 6 figures yet. I think Links could do it. Links #1.
Last chance to get Rock and Roll Ninja. Whatever genres you like are probably already in there, and you're going to love it.
Jamie Max says, EBS knows how to do all our jobs better than us.
It's like what Max Landis says about...
How could you say I'm wrong? I lived through it. I experienced it. Maybe Doug 35 wouldn't do it. Doug's a postal inspector. He'd never do that. But it did happen to me, so...
Ric Flair. I can't explain how he's awesome, but he's awesome. So go check it out. The Jawbreakers Contingency on Indiegogo until August 31st, and then it's done. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Excellent. Jawbreakers Contingency, a fantastic idea. I love the idea of Jawbreakers Contingency. It's really good. It's basically like, what if Batman wanted to retire from being Batman? He would have to kill all of his allies. Like, he went psycho. He'd have to kill all his allies who knew who he was, you know, who knew what his identity was. So that they wouldn't sell him out at some point. And so the Jawbreakers have to stop him, I guess. Really, really cool book. I recommend that you guys back it because Jawbreakers is great. Having a complete collection of Jawbreakers is a good idea. Rock and Roll Ninja also by our friend Matt Barr. If you don't have a copy of that reserved for yourself, you should really get one. It's excellent. I love that guy. And his work is just fantastic. All right, let me take a look at you guys, and I'll take the abuse. Oh, wait, let me look at the other campaigns first. Godlike, the Romulus Saga, exclusive variants by Jonathan Malin. Jonathan Livingston Malin, past $55,000. This is great news. Thank you for that. The Electric Blue Cyberfrog action figures. Yeah, as I was showing at the beginning of the stream, we've got Heather Swain in. All of the action figures are in now. You can get them here. So if you want to get a Heather Swain or a Vespis or any Cyberfrogs, now is a great time to back this campaign. We're closing out this one tonight. 2023 All Caps Comics and CG Apparel campaign is closing tonight. Oh, wow, we hit 120. Fantastic. Is closing tonight. So, I've got the final order in for the quantity of shirts. The hats are already here. I doubled up the order of hats, so I think we have enough hats to cover whatever you want to purchase. If you want to order a hat and just a hat by itself, it's likely that those will ship to you fairly soon. And thanks everyone for making this campaign a tremendous success. We're closing it down tonight. This is it. So last chance, Ollie Ollie Oxen Free 2023 All Caps Comics and CG Apparel campaign. Thanks so much. Let me see. Cyberfrog Dark Harvest. This campaign here is the place to get a copy of Rack Planet, the Jay Lee cover, Chromium cover, if you would like to get one, right down here. But it's also got so much other stuff. All the Salamandroid Death Sting covers. Cyberfrog Blood Honey Chrome, I'm going to print with Cyberfrog Blood Honey. Eric Weathers, heads up, I'm going to send you a little money. And when I say a little, a lot. We're going to go back and we're going to do a lot of rewriting on Cyberfrog Blood Honey, reorganizing these pages because this version that we're going to be printing here, I think is going to be pretty close to the final version. There are a couple of spelling errors in there, a couple of things that I want to move around, and a few little rewrites that I want to do. Want to make this right so that we're We've got the right version in-house for when we reprint it in the future. Cyberfrog Dark Harvest is an in-betweener book. It takes place between Wreck Planet and Red Extermination. So you need to get a copy of this. Just get this. Get I Want It All. This is Unforgettable Tales hardcover, Dark Harvest, and the new Chromium Blood Honey, Chromium team-up cover of Blood Honey. I get them all for $85. And there you go. This campaign will be open for a little while longer. Snowman, A Cold Day in Hell. We're going to close that out very soon with 2 new 24-hour variants. I wanted to close it out tomorrow, but I don't think we can because Shane Davis is launching Accent. So we want to support Shane Davis. Cyberfrog 3, Red Extermination. Thanks for making this campaign wonderfully successful. Appreciate it. We're so close to $520,000 right now. I'm going to come up with a stretch goal for $550. Here's this trailer I want to show.
They say free when you're singled out. The red filters through. So lay it down. The red is real. When his side goes red again. Seeing red again. Seeing red again.
Cyberfrog 3, Red Extermination. Please back it today. What a great trailer. Great job. And Narwhal's Earthbound Grand Prix. This is the 3rd Earthbound book. And by the way, everybody loves the first 2. So don't miss out. All right, it doesn't look like I can live stream as much as I want to right now. I got to go see what Andrea needs me for it. But I will be back to live stream a little bit more. Let me see. George Alvarez says, just got a hat, Frogman. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Wonderful. This music is for girls to have PMT to. Says Slick Rank. Yeah, but the song's called Seeing Red. Like, that's cool. That's very cool. Cognitive Minority says, this is the official time slot to denigrate EVS, including calling him names, asking for a friend. No, it isn't. It isn't. There is no time to do that. It doesn't make sense to do that. Let me see. Thank you, Ethan. Oh, this is nice. Thank you, Ethan. We love you. Oh, I love you too. Here's Suzanne Eckstein. She says, Ethan, hello. Hello, Suzanne. How are you? We were promised Antos, says Linkovich Tomovsky. Yeah, that's like a 2-hour effort, so I'm going to have to do that a little bit later tonight. Don't you worry. I will definitely do that. Drama with Heather Antos. Don't worry, we'll get to it. Let me see. Well, let us know when you talk about IDW. I will be back to do that. I promise you I will. Let me just go find out exactly what's going on upstairs and make sure find out what Andrea needs me for. We'll see. Have a feeling I know. Thank you, everyone. You are the best in the world. I appreciate you. Thank you for backing all these campaigns. Thank you for backing the new Jawbreakers campaign, Godlike, all the Cyberfrog campaigns, Earthbound, and many, many others. It's wonderful that, this is a possibility. It's all because of you. You are the best. I'm going to leave you with Patrick S. Tomlinson, whose trial is coming up. He is going to... he has to go see a judge for a contempt of court charge on August 24th. I will be covering that. That'll be fun to watch. So I'm going to leave you with a little bit of a reason why Patrick S. Tomlinson's annoying. Thanks, everybody. I'll be back a little bit later tonight. See ya.
Have our pink
guys in a car. They had to be gang members. You're a racist.
We have... Listen to this guy. This guy is so angry. The hatred and... What's your name, buddy?
My name is Patrick S. Tomlinson.
Patrick S. Tomlinson. Very angry. He says he's here to help.
I am here to help.
He says he's here to help against people like us, the people that love this country.
You don't love this country.
I don't. Why not? What makes you say that? That sounds like a bigoted statement. Do you know me?
It would sound like that to you because you're an idiot.
Do you know me? What makes you say that, though? What makes you say that I don't love this country?
We've just been sitting here for the last 5 minutes explaining why you don't love this country.
You have.
support a traitor to this country.
Or God bless our president. You mean Hillary? I don't support Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama.
No, she didn't. She
That,
won by
if
3
that's who
million
you're talking about, a
votes.
traitor.
She won by 3 million votes.
No, but she lost. She lost fairly. She lost. God bless you, buddy.
Erase your whiteness.
God bless. Yep. Stop the white privilege. Stop your white privilege.
You guys are really trying to rebel against racism.
Yes, you're right. We are trying to rebel.
Anti-white. No, that's what it is about. You're angry at white men because you have daddy issues. Clearly.
It's not about white. Are
You're
you
not
about fucking kidding me right now?
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth that is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard.